basically.
Or if you're the Secretary of State, shouldn't have them in your home.
In your bathroom. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
Well, it was an old bathroom or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, they just had an extra one. The Clintons, it's not like it's a small house.
No, they had thousands of rooms.
Thousands of bathrooms.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it in bathroom 73.
Oh, that's on the 9th floor.
Oh, my God. To walk up all those stairs.
So this is
God, I hate working here.
This is the real news, though. That was ridiculous. That's all for show. They put out this report that nobody will read, but it's got diagrams, and they call the different actors in the whole hacking process. They have like really specialized names, so people are like, "Oh my goodness, that sounds really technical." It isn't. But Obama
What'd he do?
He issued some sanctions on Russia and Russian properties and
That'll
Russian
teach
bank
him.
accounts and things that are here.
That'll show him. Ooh, you.
He also shut down at least one, I think, 2 annexes, which we should be familiar with Benghazi. It's like a secondary complex. It's not the embassy, but it's a place where, like, if a high-profile visitor comes here from Russia, they'll go there. It's like a little.
They have a cot.
Like a little compound.
They have a little.
Kind of. They have a cot in the woods.
Some food.
It's really cold, like
vodka,
Siberia, so they
vodka.
feel at home.
A couple of.
He shut that
warm
down
Russian
and
women.
is sending like 35 Russian agents of some sort home. Personnel.
Yeah.
One of them was in New York City, which, as Ann Coulter pointed out, is a sanctuary city, so they don't actually have to go anywhere.
No, we'll just
They're
stay
cool.
here.
They're good. They're Russian refugees now.
They'll stay with the mayor.
Yeah, they'll go into Mr. de Blasio's.
De Blasio.
Right in one of his 32 bathrooms.
Number 62 you will stay in. Oh.
What I'm wondering, I had a couple of questions. One, why do we have Russian compounds here if we hate Russia so much?
Well,
and 2...
you got to have an embassy.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Really?
Yeah, you got to play nice with countries.
Where's our embassy in Cuba? Oh, that's right. There is one now, isn't there?
Yeah, there is now. That's shipping out cigars like crazy.
So
we're drinking Cuban rum right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not Cuban. Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. You're right. Wow. Made from Fidel's blood.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
His bones. They ground his bones to make this rum.
What was I going to say? I had a whole point. This entire thing was leading up to a point.
Yeah.
It was a question of whether you think...
It's a big...
Is Obama... So it's lame duck now,
right?
right?
Yeah, it's lame duck.
Is Obama doing this...
For what?
Because he thinks it's actually the right thing to do.
Oh, no. He's just...
choice number 2 is he wants to actually start a war.
No, he doesn't.
Either a cold or a hot war with Russia. So Trump has to deal with the war.
He knows
so Trump looks bad. Or...
Yes.
The other was, do you think he wants to cause some state of emergency, like Russia nukes us? Well, we can't change presidents in the middle of a nuclear attack.
No, that's not it.
You don't think so?
He just wants to feel like he's still relevant.
Really?
Yeah, he's still trying to do a little stuff because this is his last hurrah, right?
You think that's what he's doing?
Yeah, he's like, this is my last hurrah. I'm going to screw around a little bit here and there because, pretty soon I'm going to be making lots of money in the private
he is
enterprise.
He is getting praise from Republicans, so that seems like that would be a weird legacy that he would want to leave.
Oh, because the Republicans hate the Russians anyway.
Right, and think we should be tough on people. So I don't know.
I think we should embrace the Russians.
I think he's
love the Russians.
I think he's trying to increase tensions between us and Russia. So when Trump takes over, the relationship is even worse.
Yeah.
And then Trump looks bad, and he says, "See, I told you he couldn't handle it."
The problem is Putin loves Trump, so it's not going to be an issue.
The Kremlin put out a statement that said, "We can't wait until Trump's in power because this crap." They put it out today after the sanctions and stuff were announced. They put it out and said, "We can't wait for Trump to be in power because we will be able to not have this childish crap between us."
Right.
They're like, I don't know. That's kind of iffy, but
maybe we'll get things done, and we'll have some good trade deals, and we'll have it'll be good for both of us. Russia has something to offer. We have something to offer to Russia. Come on, the communist thing that's over and dead. No one knows communism doesn't work. Everybody friggin' knows that.
Yeah, that's true. No one's trying communism anymore.
Everybody wants to make some money. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
why? So back in 1776, give or take, it would take quite a while. So if you were in New York or maybe you were in Georgia and you became
what year? Wait a minute,
1776.
Oh, that's way back.
Yeah, if you were in New Hampshire,
there, little buddy.
Maybe you're in New Hampshire or maybe you're in Georgia and you were elected president. It might take you a month and a half to get to the White House. It wasn't the White House, but right. But so that's why there was a time between the election and the swearing in of the new president.
You're going back to the lame duck issue.
My question is, why do we still have that?
Yeah, I think that's.
I think we should have an election on the first Tuesday following the first Monday of the month, and then on Wednesday.
A month later.
No, Wednesday.
You got to have some transition.
You don't.
You do have to have transition.
Nope. Wednesday. Boom. Done. I think you need 8 hours notice.
No, you need.
I think you do, especially if you're up for re-election. It would make it more fun because you have to
disagree,
decide whether to pack your stuff, whether you think you'll win or not. Let's pack half of it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So no, I disagree. You need a little transition time.
Well, I don't think you need 2 months.
No, you don't need 2 months.
2.5.
You need 30 days. They give you that when they evict you. They give you 30 days.
Sure,
we'll do that.
Sure. So let's change
days.
that. I think we'll have that
days.
changed. All right, stamped. Boom. Ooh, excuse me.
Little New Year's Eve. I don't hear any background noise.
Yeah, it's there.
Is it?
You can't hear it?
I can't
Are you deaf?
I am a little deaf.
Okay. We are in a noisy bar.
And,
so I'm sorry for that, but
maybe you should bring that up a little bit.
No.
Let's see. So why do we still have we did that. Lame duck presidency.
Oh, my goodness. So this next piece is actually a legacy builder for Obama.
Sure.
More of a last hurrah type thing than I think the Russia thing. I think the Russia's more sinister than that.
So what about the Antiquities Act?
Yeah, I don't know. It's an act that
essentially
it lets the president just
why is it the Antiquities Act?
Because for you know what antiquity is?
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, so preserving land. So essentially that's what it does. It lets him take public land, maybe private in some cases, I don't know, but gives the president power to say that's a national monument, that piece of land right there.
Very important.
National monument.
Our natural,
it's important, and so now it's
national.
Now it belongs to the federal government, or it's managed by the federal government anyway. And then the Bureau of Land Management takes it over. They get in standoffs with ranchers and all sorts of issues. Right.
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So, for instance, if they decided that the site where At Odds was created by Nate and Brian had some kind of national historic value, they could occupy the studio and call it a national monument.
Well, I'm not entirely sure that they can do it on private property.
Why not?
But if they can, I would actually expect Trump to do that. Probably in the first or second year.
Domain.
And the At Odds show.
He does love that, but he also loves taking private property for...
Yeah, I think we can go over that again if you want and see that it wasn't as bad as it seemed. But
I thought he was a big proponent of eminent domain.
No, you thought that because you read the liberal media.
Oh,
so
I do that.
Stop it.
I do that.
Anyway, Obama, who
what did he do?
This is not new to him. He designated 2 new national monuments: Bears Ears in Utah.
Oh yeah, very familiar.
Gold Butte.
No, it's not Butte. It's Butte
in Nevada.
No, how do we say it in Nevada? Nevada.
1.6 million acres of land.
No, it's acres.
Oh, acres of land between those two.
In Utah and Nevada.
Holy cow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of land.
How big is an acre?
It's pretty big. Now, to put this in a little perspective...
207 feet by 207 feet, approximately.
Over the course of the 8 years of Obama's presidency, he's designated 29 monuments, which is over 553 million acres of land gobbled up by the federal government.
107 feet by 107 feet.
Okay. So 553 million acres.
What?
Gobbled up by the federal government, which is way more than any president. I looked. Bush had a few. Other presidents had a bunch, but nowhere near 29, and 550 million acres. That's
ridiculous.
550 million acres of land taken out of the control of states and local governments where they can manage it and do
what they want with it.
Yeah, do what they want with it.
Fishing,
allow
recreation.
ranchers to have their cattle on it if they pay fees and licenses, whatever. The big one, allow people to drill oil on it, which Obama's not doing.
Yeah. Which I just heard about that.
Ridiculous.
The Saudis right now are cutting down. They want to reduce the amount of oil that's coming in the country right now to raise the prices. Hopefully Trump will go in there and start, as the price of oil goes up, of course, that is an incentive for drilling.
Yeah.
Because they get more, and so that will help reduce it. So we're hoping that Trump will.
Well, something that's a little ironic and actually doesn't reflect Obama's policies, drilling or oil production in the United States has actually increased by 80% since he became president. And it's almost entirely due to horizontal fracking or horizontal drilling, those sorts of things.
OPEC has restricted oil and gas production. So that's increased the price per barrel, which is a impetus for U.S. drilling because they can make money.
But at the same time, the Obama administration,
which will again reduce the cost of oil and gas.
At the same time, the Obama administration has reduced the amount of federal land available for drilling and offshore drilling and all of those things. So, like I was saying, it's counter to what his policy was, but oil production has increased. So look for that to be touted as, Trump only increased oil production by 2%, but Obama increased it by 80%.
He can't, how can he all right, he didn't increase it at all.
I know,
right?
Oh, you're telling me that's not how they usually talk about things?
I know how they do it.
Okay.
Well, all I know is I don't want to pay, $4 a gallon for gas.
But 3 is okay.
No.
Okay. Well, our state gas tax will help with that.
$2.50 is reasonable.
No, it's not.
Well, that compares to what I paid for in 1973 with inflation at 33 cents a gallon.
Yeah, but inflation is a problem.
Oh, my God. You're always going to have that as an economic principle, right? I mean,
no.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. No, come on.
No?
All right, so what do we have here?
Let's take a break.
No, do you want to do that, or do you want to do...
I want to take a break and then come back and talk about Star Wars.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You're not going to get away last time. Last week, you screwed me over on our trivia question. Go up on our prep page.
Why?
I have 2 questions. Which one should I do?
The second one.
All right. Which American colony was the first to enact anti-slavery legislation? American colony, first to enact anti-slavery legislation.
We'll be right back.
Lock it in. And rip the knob off. Red State Talk Radio.
My Parents Open Carry, a pro-gun kids book from White Feather Press. 13-year-old Brenna and her parents spend their day in typical fashion. But what's not so typical is that Brenna's parents lawfully open carry handguns for self-defense. And the Strongs join a growing number of families who are standing up for their Second Amendment right and bringing gun ownership out of the closet. Order your copy of this unique kids book at myparentsopencarry.com.
It's a bumpy ride through the political jungle with Nate and Brian.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
What?
The following message contains a special offer for listeners of this station. Are you a man over 40? Are you constantly looking for the nearest bathroom? Do you wake up multiple times a night to use the bathroom? Right now, Perfect Prostate is sending out free bottles of their groundbreaking new